How much can humans truly expect to accomplish? How far can our species aspire to progress? Is there any type of limit coming on the horizon that could derail our most ambitious technological fantasies? Hello and welcome to Z. In this video, we're going to answer the astonishing question, can a Type 3 society ever exist? Do you require answers to the major questions? Then why not subscribe to Z for more videos like this one and ring the bell for more thought-provoking information. Type 3 was the initial highest level when Nikolai Kardashev created his now famous Kardashev scale. Type 1 indicates a civilization with all of the energy potential of its home planet, Type 2 represents all of the energy potential of its home star system, and Type 3 represents all of the energy potential of its home galaxy. That's the Milky Way in our situation. If we were Type 3 today, we have the energy potential of a spiral galaxy 100,000 light-years across. Essentially, everything is at our fingertips. Clearly, we're just halfway through the 21st century, and as sophisticated and impressive as we think we are, we're still a long way from that. It's a long distance. In fact, we're still a long way from being a Type 1 group. So, what stands between us and the uppermost rung of Kardashev's ladder as he viewed it originally? To begin, in order to become Type 1, we must have complete control over all of the energy available on Earth. That includes all wind and sun potential, all tidal force in our oceans, all fossil fuels, and all nuclear reactions handled in such a way that they are 100% efficient. It entails a food production system that feeds everyone just the correct quantity, clean water that is free and accessible to all, and instant communication linkages to ensure that everything functions smoothly. Elsewhere, sickness has been nearly eradicated, aging has been halted, and humanity would be an interplanetary species. Most versions of Type 1 believe we have totally terraformed Mars by this point, and possibly Venus as well. How will we obtain all of the extra energy required for such projects? Asteroids are mined for minerals and raw materials. So given all of this, is Type 1 possible? The majority of futurists, scientists, and observers believe it is. And we've already made significant progress in that direction. Nuclear energy is an important technology, demonstrating a comprehensive mastery of matter at the atomic level. Humanity is also constantly looking for ways to defeat disease and lengthen life, with some predicting that indefinitely extended life, i.e., immortality, could be achievable within the next few generations. We've made some progress in terms of space travel, though probably at a slower pace. Despite all of the hype, we haven't even visited Mars, let alone terraformed it. It may be easier to see our way forward in terms of energy. With everything from solar panels to carbon capture technology, we're at least attempting to make better use of the energy we have. In total, we're not far from where we need to be. Michio Kaku, a futurist, notably predicted that people would be Type 1 between 1 and 200 years from today. However, the jump from Type 1 to Type 2 is substantial. Type 2 entails complete control over the solar system, as well as access to other star systems as we want to expand. The Dyson sphere is the poster technology for this level of development, a massive cosmic megastructure that completely encases the sun, siphoning every single unit of energy it generates and dispersing it precisely where it needs to go. Nothing is thrown away. We'd most likely construct a Dyson sphere with self-replicating machines, robots that are eternally based on and around the sun, organizing and constructing for ages before sustaining what they've built in perpetuity. The solar system has evolved into a fully interconnected network of industry and innovation. Asteroid mining is a simple procedure. Transporting goods from planet to planet, station to station, is simple, and in some versions of Type 2, we have light-speed travel as well. You may be based on Mars, with family on Earth and colleagues who travel from Saturn. Civilization has spread to the point where it is no longer vulnerable to even global extinction events. It's extremely tough, practically indestructible. So if Type 1 is feasible, is Type 2? In many ways, it is still conceivable. Many Type 1 technologies are built and improved upon by a Type 2. Energy capture is similar, except it is used across numerous planets and moons. The quest for immortality has advanced significantly, maybe supported by hugely scaled-up technologies such as planet-sized computers or Matrioshka brains. Those brains may subsequently be used to house digital awareness, allowing individuals to remain in a non-physical universe indefinitely. Humans can't be murdered, they don't have to die, and they can even construct and tailor their own, never-ending, life experience through custom-built simulations. Today, virtual and augmented reality are fast increasing sectors, and at Type 2, technology may still be traceable back to now. It's only that virtual reality and augmented reality will be unsophisticated in comparison to today's hefty machinery. Predictions of when humans will become Type 2 are less certain, although they range between 1,000 years at the low end and 100,000 years at the high end. So where does Type 3 leave us? If we continue on our current path, you would think that if it were conceivable, it would only be possible in millions, possibly billions, of years. However, while the scope of Type 3 is far more than that of Type 2, it is possible that it may be attained at double the pace. A civilization of Type 3 has a Dyson sphere, or an enhanced version of one, surrounding every star in the cosmos. In the Milky Way, this translates to a sphere containing up to 400 billion stars. Yes, it's a massive undertaking, but it's easier to envision now that self-replicating robots have proliferated. Also, when access to energy is virtually limitless. By this point, the roots for technological growth have been laid, and they are so entrenched that they are no longer spectacular. As a result, as incredible as it may appear to us, upgrading from one, or a few, star systems to a galaxy of billions may not be too difficult for a sufficiently advanced society. All they'd have to do is keep doing what's worked, regulating everything through self-controlling, inorganic ways. As a result, the time necessary may be significantly less than it appears. Although there are certainly some parts of Type 3 that may be improved. Wormhole technology, for example, is sometimes seen as a signature breakthrough during a Type 3 time, and that kind of novel physics would very certainly necessitate more than a fleet of well-drilled robots. So Type 1 is obviously attainable, Type 2 is certainly feasible, and Type 3, well, it's practically irrelevant where we are right now. If humans ever get there, it's possible that we'll have lost much of our humanity along the way, instead strengthening and reinforcing ourselves through artificial and digital means. At Type 3, the galaxy is built and fueled by self-replicating machines, which means that any life housed within it would never go hungry. Energy and space travel debates, for example, will have been settled so long ago that they are no longer relevant. However, issues concerning the distribution of powers, that is, control and authority, may arise. A Type 3 entity is, to some extent, a supreme creature. However, with upwards of 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe, there is still plenty of room for competition and conflict. Maybe even for war. It's part of what's allowed the Kardashev scale to be expanded in recent years, indicating the possibility of Type 4, Type 5, and possibly even higher civilizations. But for the time being, and with so much to think about between now and then, will a Type 3 civilization ever be possible? On paper, through numbers and reasoning, there appears to be little doubt that it is conceivable. Given the age and scale of the universe as a whole, it's easy to imagine that Type 3 groupings should exist someplace. The question of whether such a degree is ever conceivable for humans is significantly murkier. If we were to get there, we would almost likely have to change dramatically, and in the interim, we may have run into any number of potential roadblocks. What are your thoughts? Is there anything we left out? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date on our latest content.